Last year I decided to choose the print brief, and therefore I haven't really got any of the skills which was needed for the documentary production, and we mainly use the software program Final Cut Pro, which I wasn't used to. Therefore I had to do a lot of catching up, as did Holly, as we both did the print, and we're more able to do Photoshop and InDesign. Therefore we sat for a couple of lessons and just learnt how to use the basic tools and what they did. I think this improved my skills dramatically throughout A2. Through the creation of our documentary, we decided to split the editing, and this was in hope that it would up the pace. And I thought this was ideal, as I needed to spread my knowledge across the software, especially as I wanted to do media in uni. I was particularly put in charge of stop motion, which is used throughout our documentary on a girl's body with a slender figure. I think this showed my patience I have and my steady camera work, as it's vital not to move the camera that much. As I'm in charge of stop motion, I had to update my knowledge on how to chroma key, as I'd already used it in AS, but I just needed to refresh my memory. Chroma keying is a very good, useful device in producing our documentary, as in our storyboards we learnt that we wanted to implement big media front page magazines, just to incorporate that small bit of big media into our new media documentary. I also learnt how to retime frames, and this was a very lengthy process, as I knew what was going on. However, I had to hold a few focus groups to see that our audience can actually see what we are seeing. I didn't really have to acknowledge the after effects, as it isn't conventional for a documentary, especially as it flows through. However, I believe that my cutting, colour balance and editing of the compound clips show my abilities and how far I've came. My camera work was open freely, as documentaries can be balanced to our viewing, and therefore we got to experiment with angles, shot types, camera movement, mise-en-scène, and I think that we have shown, hopefully, that new media affects anorexia. I think mine and Holly's organisation skills were particularly good, as we got through quite a few difficulties through human problems, not turning up and misleading information, although we did put out contracts because some people decided not to stick to it. We managed to pull through them and organise new dates to film and reshoot. Through the use of creativity, I tested my ability to the maximum here, as me and Holly put in a lot of research and planning towards our production, and with it just being text and words, we thought this would be boring, so we used software such as Prezi, SlideShare, YouTube, videos, anything we could think of really. And therefore I think that the use of media technologies is displayed in our blog.